Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Samu Bubaus from wealthconsulting.com and today I want to share with you exactly how to set up a tax-free company in Dubai. So at the end of the video you will know all the best countries around the world to set up a tax-free company. You will know exactly step by step how to set up a tax-free company in Dubai. I will reveal all the informations about UAE Banking, UAE Visa, and I will explain you how to live a rich tax-free life in Dubai. And before you start to set up your company in Dubai, you should ask yourself if it's even the right decision, because Dubai is extremely hyped right now and people think that Dubai is the solution for everything, but this is definitely not the case. And that's why I want to share with you my company setup, because I have companies all over the world. So I'm not pro or con Dubai. I see the advantages and disadvantages. And for most of my businesses, like selling company data, selling supplements, giving consulting services, a simple US LLC is much better because I have asset protection, I have access to all the banking around the world. The same for my companies in the European Union. A Europe company is much better than a Dubai company. But for buying and selling real estate, for renting out apartment, for my businesses in the Middle East, to sponsor myself, to get access to UAE banking, to build bank credibility in Dubai, I obviously need the Dubai company. But first you need to ask yourself, which type of company do you even want to set up? And then you need to decide if you want to have a mainland company or a Freezone company. And you need to understand that most company providers in Dubai are scammers. Most real estate agents in Dubai are scammers. Most business guys in Dubai are scammers. This is simply the culture in Dubai. So you really need to pay attention. And it took me 100,000 euro and more than 1 year to set up my first company in Dubai, to get my Dubai banking, to get my Dubai residency, because there are so many scammers out there. So you really need to find somebody that you can trust. And most people promote Freezone companies because it's easy to set up. But honestly, in 80% of all cases, a mainland company is much better, because it's almost the only way right now to get the best corporate bank accounts, to get access to the best payment providers like Stripe. A mainland company setup is faster than a Freezone setup. It's the only way that you can build bank credibility for your company. There's no restriction on the number of the visas that you can give to yourself, to your family, and to your employees. You can rent an office wherever you want in Dubai, and you can basically use the mainland company for every activity under the circumstance that you get the right license. People are scared of mainland companies now because of the taxes, but you need to keep in mind that these taxes are only for businesses in the United Arab Emirates. So for example, many guys in Dubai make a lot of money with renting out cars or renting out jet skis. And for these businesses, you pay taxes, but for all the other businesses, for your income from outside of the Arab Emirates, you don't pay any taxes, also not on your mainland company, but you have your perfect banking setup and your perfect bank credibility and prestige with your mainland company. A Freezone company has some advantages. It's obviously cheaper to establish and manage than a mainland company. So, for example, you really just want to get your visa for yourself and that's it. Obviously, just set up a Freezone company. Why do you need a mainland company? But for most big businesses, you need a mainland company. There are some exceptions. So you need to understand Dubai has many different free zones, and all these free zones are there for one kind of businesses. For example, if you drive to Dubai Media City, it's a free zone only for media related companies. If you drive to Dubai Healthcare City, it's an area only for healthcare businesses. And my favorite free zones are DAFC and ADGM, so Dubai International Financial Center and Abu Dhabi Global Market on Al Maya Island in Abu Dhabi. I love Al Maya Island in Abu Dhabi in general, but the main advantage for this is it's the only way to get an office there. And these are the free zones for financial services, like foundations, like banks, like crowdfunding, like brokerages. So all the big money businesses. And for this financial businesses, you need to go to one of these two free zones. So after you decided which license you need for your company, and if you want to set up a mainland company or a free zone company, then you need to set up your company step by step. And for example, in America or in the UK, it's really easy to set up a company by yourself. But in Dubai, it's almost impossible. You need people that help you. For example, if you go to the government, you need people who speak Arabic. You need company providers which are really established. So I can just tell you, please pay attention when you move to Dubai or when you want to move to Dubai. You really need to find people that you can trust. And I always tell the people that I help to set up a company, you're so lucky. You don't even know how much time and money I wasted to understand this process and to build the right connections. So this is something that I can recommend to you. And then when everything goes right, when you have your perfect company set up, perfect office, everything worked out, then you can get your UAE banking. UAE banking has some challenges. For example, right now I was sending 200,000 euro from different bank accounts to my Dubai company, and it takes some days because Dubai is not blacklisted, but it's in a gray zone. And some companies, let's say even from Wise, it can take some days. And it's hard to get your banking right now. This will help to raise the prestige of UAE banking in the future. And this is probably the biggest challenge from the whole company setup. You can finish your company, but then you don't get any bank accounts for your company. And this is where 90% of all people really fail. If you go to Dubai and you talk to most entrepreneurs, they will tell you so many scary stories about their first year in Dubai, how they got scammed, how they didn't get any bank accounts. And this is why the right company setup is so important. And the benefits of UAE banking are obviously, first, your money is absolutely safe. So more and more entrepreneurs use fintech bank accounts and they are worried when they have 200,000 euro, 500,000 euro on a fintech bank account, obviously. And then they come to Dubai and they talk to the banker and the banker asks, what do you mean 500,000 euro only? It's not worth it to give you even a bank account, because there are people who have 10 million, 100 million on their bank accounts, and you feel safe in Dubai, absolutely safe. You have a person to talk to, you have your banker, there's a perfect customer support. And with almost every bank that I have, there's one or another country around the world where it's hard for me to pay with a card. With my Emirates MBD and ADCB cards, really doesn't matter where I am. I tried these cards now in 20 different countries around the world. These cards work everywhere perfectly. I'm sending 6-figure amounts every single day. I have absolutely no problems. While, let's say, I'm using Wise or Revolut or even Mercury or like other banks around the world, I already know there will come questions from the banks. They want documents. They will get on my nerves. In Dubai, it's absolutely no problem. And the best banks that I use are Emirates MBD and ADCB, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. Right now I'm using the private banking, but I started with the priority banking, and the priority banking is also absolutely fine. You have the number of your banker. You can call him. He is calling you sometimes simply to ask you how you are. And the great thing about these cards is, so when I started in Dubai, and I was using these credit cards from Emirates MBD and ADCB every single day to build my bank credibility. And after 2 months, I already had the highest status at Emirates because of Emirates MBD and the highest status at Etihad because of Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, so which means I had access to the lounge and upgrades all the time to first class because these banks are connected to the airlines. And it's pretty easy to build bank credibility in Dubai and to get mortgages. You shouldn't get a mortgage for everything, and obviously there's no comparison, for example, to getting mortgages and building bank credibility in the United States of America. But real estate in Dubai is great, and you have to build your bank credibility. And how I started when I moved to Dubai, it was simply I paid myself 100,000 dirham monthly salary. I was putting a fixed deposit in my bank accounts, obviously just to get the priority banking or to get the private banking later on. And I was using these credit cards as often as I could. And it's all about relationships in Dubai. And if you are in contact with your banker, it will be very easy in the future. So when I was setting up my companies and my bank accounts, I directly talked to the bankers. I explained to them, look, I want to build a real estate portfolio. I want to build bank credibility. What do I have to do? He told me, put this deposit in your bank, pay yourself this fixed salary, wait for 6 months, and then you can get all the financing for all the real estate. And it took me 12 months to get financing for the companies for other projects. So UAE Banking is absolutely great. Let's talk about the visa, which is also definitely important for many people. It's pretty simple. As soon as you have your company, you sponsor yourself your visa. You are just an employer of your company, and you can give visa to as many people as you want, at least with a mainland company, to your family, to your employees, and you have your tax-free residence in the United Arab Emirates under certain circumstances only, of course. So option number one, pretty easy. You just stay for 183 days per year in the United Arab Emirates, and then you have substance and you have your tax-free residency. Option number two, if you don't want to stay for 6 months per year in the United Arab Emirates, then you stay for at least 90 days per year in the UAE, of course with your residency visa, and you are employed by your own company or have a permanent place to live in case you have the golden visa through real estate. Your personal and financial interest must be closest to the United Arab Emirates, and obviously you shouldn't spend more than 80-90 days in another country. And if under these circumstances you are also tax resident in Dubai with only staying in Dubai for 3 months per year. And if you follow the script, you have a company set up perfect, you have your residency in Dubai and great banking, and you don't need to worry about anything. And I hope this little video could help you guys. And if you want to learn more about how we can help you to grow and protect your wealth, then just go to wealthconsulting.com, book a call with us, and I would say see you in the call or see you in the next video.